Hey guys, MarineKush here, basically just doing a commentary on a replay of my own. This is me, the Red Terran MarineKush, and this is my opponent, Drath John. He's going to be playing Protoss in the bottom left for Zelnor Caverns. This is a custom game. He's a diamond player. So yeah, basically going to be, I posted my guide yesterday on the new TvP build that included a lot of blue flame Hellions, but what I realized is that that's really only good if they're going heavy Zealot, and you do need something more if they go double Robo or Stalker Colossus, or I mean High Templar play. It depends on the timing. You can hit a good timing where it does work with Hellions, but I actually think this build is a little bit stronger. I'm just going to actually speed it up to ×2, just kind of get through this overview pretty quick. If you're watching this video, you've probably already seen some of the other VODs and the other replays. Well, this is a little different, and I think it's actually quite strong. So yeah, I'm going to go to ×4. He does a little bit of a pro press here, get rid of that. Throw down the racks on 12. I'm just going to switch to my vision. My vision. And manage ×2. Okay, so the refinery on 13, nothing special. Actually, I'm just going to get through the opening really quick here. Okay, so 3 Marines, then a tech lab, then a factory, bunker, depot, refinery, make a tank. I did a complete wall of here because I did scout a bit of an early gas, but apparently it was only for a 2-gate robo, and so I'm just going to go down to times, go to everyone cam and show you what he's going for. So after a 2-gate robo, expand, and then adding on another gateway, and you'll see he adds on a Templar, Twilight Council as well. Let's get to that. So he's on 4 gateways, a robo, and Twilight. So he's powering very hard. He knows that I have a bunker in the front, so there's no big pressure coming. Fine. No big deal. He gets his expo up a little faster, but in this build I actually get the starport before the command center, which was a mistake at the time, but it actually works out okay. Not a huge deal, because the idea of this push is to get a critical mass of Thors, Banshees, Ravens, Marines. Sorry, not a critical mass of all those units, but basically the perfect unit composition that is very difficult for TOS to stop. If you, since the latest patch, basically a lot of Thor builds were negated by feedback of a High Templar. Fine, we're basically removing that, and this build can also be thwarted by going heavy Immortal Stalker, but we can stop that with the PDD and more Banshees. And yeah, so as you can see, I'm on the 1-1-1 here. I've got my Thor out, I got my bunkers up. Okay, so this is the core of the build, right? You get your 3 bunkers up, you get your natural going. Let's look at the income tab. We're only behind by 5 probes, and with meals we're doing just fine. So we're going to send 1 Banshee out, just going to get some scouting info, have 1 Raven up already. Take those 2 gas immediately. This is a very gas intensive build, and that's fine. Actually, the timing it works out, you'll see I'm able to keep my money quite low at all times, as well as making SCVs most of the time. I'm pretty good about that. I'm like pretty much only like a low masters type player. My macro's not always perfect. The good thing about the high minerals is that you can throw down a lot of depots. You see me making 3 there at once. So what I'm going to do is basically I have scouted this out. If we look at my, I've seen him going for 4 gateways, a robo, and a Twilight, and now I see the Templar archive. So what I'm going to assume is a couple Immortals, Observers, High Templars, Stalkers, Zealots, and not a lot of Sentries, because he's not going to have the gas for it. So basically what I want to do is I want to get a lot of Ghosts. So I added, I had a 2nd starport going up, there it was, and I switched it over to the barracks as soon as I saw the High Templar. The second you see High Templar, you need to get a Ghost Academy, which is here, and you need to have 2 Raxes pumping Ghost with the double energy upgrade, or whatever it is, the extra energy upgrade. And you can see I'm making another Raven. The timing of this build is when you have EMPs, not only to EMP your Thors and Banshees, but also to save a few EMPs for the High Templar, as well as about 3 to 4 point defense drones. You can see him going for a pretty quick storm. It's 11 minutes now. But because, like I said before, is that this setup cannot be broken easily by TOS. So it kind of forces them into a macro game and allows us to get the unit composition you want. I mean, if you don't have these bunkers here, this army composition is very susceptible to like big Zealot charge +1/+1 upgrade or whatever, right? But because of the bunkers, this looks scary right now. And you're using these Banshees to keep map control and keep him in his base. You also use the Banshees to scout the 3rd timing. So now I've got 2 Ravens getting energy for PDD. I'm making as many Thors as possible. They are like the backbone of your army, the strength of your army. They are what will last when the battle is over and continue to do damage. They do a lot of damage to buildings, so they can often end the game for you. So now you see another starport going up. We do not add another factory anymore. Unless you see maybe a 6 gate, you may want to add one for Hellions, just to get more out of the tech tree. You've already made a factory, you have a tech lab, you can easily get this upgrade, so add in Hellions as a good mineral dump if you want to stay on 2 base, because you know they're going to be a 2 base timing attack, and therefore you just have to hold them and you'll be way ahead in tech. And likely economy too if they ever cut probes. So you can see he's going for upgrades, High Templars, getting a few cannons, blah 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 blah. I'm making 2 Ghosts, Banshees, Thors, and look at this unit composition. You never see this against Toss because it's very difficult to get it up, but with the 2 early gas on the natural, it's a lot easier to get a lot of these heavy gas up. Okay, I'm going to sacrifice the bunkers because I'm ready to take my 3rd base. I'm at 110 food. I know he's not out of the map right now. I'm going to be clearing this out with the Banshees. They are your mobile units for now, and they are going to kind of do the most of the scouting. As you'll see, I'll get about 4 Ghosts, and you'll see as I'm into this 120 supply mark, really start to organize the army, because we've been waiting for this one big push, so we're going to do it properly. You see I got the Mobius reactor, still making Ghosts. No Marines and Marauders. I mean, if you have just a little bit of money and no gas, maybe you can throw in a Marine or 2, whatever. But just Banshees, Thors, and Ghosts. I know it seems like a weird composition, right? But it's only weak if they can feed back your entire army, and we're going to completely prevent that, and they're not going to be ready for it. Let's take a look at what he has. He has like a lot of Zealots, Stalkers, waiting for this High Templar energy. He's deciding, okay, now I should get Colossus. Like, he's putting down that robotics bait, going for double ups. But you know what? This push is going to end the game. We don't even need upgrades. We're going for big tech units, not big tech upgrades. So look at this: 4 unit counting station, 5 Banshees, 5 Thors, 4 Ghosts, and 2 Ravens. The 2 Ravens are full of energy. Look, oh, I think I missed it. Let me just go back really quick, and I'll speed up. So here you're going to see me do the EMP cleanse. I'm going to basically ball up. So Thors have up to 200 energy, and Banshees also have up to 200 energy. A Ghost EMP can do up to 100 damage to energy, okay? So let's just skip ahead, +4. You'll see me clump all my units up as soon as I finish that. Okay, so here I am clumping them all up. You want to just press all your Banshees on. You want to get 1 EMP on everything. Watch, here we go. 1 EMP, 2 EMPs, no energy left on anything. Ravens, Ghosts are safe from those EMPs. It's time to move out. We're at 125 food. Our money's getting a bit high. Let's throw down some production while we move out. Or even make more units for a follow-up. Either or, your choice. We're not all in. We're not even going to bring SCVs. He's going for a 3rd. This is perfect timing. That 130 mark, Toss feels like they have to get that 3rd base up. Here you see he has what? 8 High Templars. How many storms does he have? Storm with 75 energy. 1 storm, 2 storm, 3 storm, 4 storm. He has 4 storms or a shit ton of feedbacks. But guess what? There's nothing to feedback. We're going to throw down those EMPs and Ravens, PDD right away. There goes the PDD. Here comes the Ghost around the side to EMP, big EMP over all the Ghosts. And that actually was such a clutch EMP. It makes this fight almost laughable. Just watch the supply drop. We've lost about 10 supply. He's lost about 50. Banshees are untouched. Archon's doing a bit of damage to them there, no big deal. They have to choose, are they going to take out the Thor or the Banshee? Either way, it can be very difficult. The one thing you hate about Toss in the game is the ability to warp in like 15 Zealots and just ram over your Marines and Marauders. In this situation, he has no choice but to GG. He even brings out more High Templar to feed back these Ravens, but they have no energy because they use their point defense drone. We're taking full advantage of our tech tree and making use of everything and negating the Toss's ability to use their casters against our energy casting spellcasters. I know Thor's not really a caster, but for some stupid reason Blizzard put the energy back on them. Guess they thought it was OP, but now you know what? This is the OP death ball. Alright, thanks.